Hello, welcome to Stretch and Flow. Jason Taglay. We're going to be starting with some general stretches, and then I want to also focus on your elbows, forearms, and wrists. So to begin, we're going to back up, or I'm going to back up. We're doing a standing or seated overhead reach. So first, I'd like you to lock your fingers together, reach up high. What we're trying to do is lengthen through our shoulder blades, so trying to rug up. All right, and if you're standing like I am, your feet are wide enough to feel stable. If you're sitting, you just want to sit up tall to keep your spine long and decompressed. From here, we're staying with that overhead reach, but now we're leaning over to the side. All right, so go ahead and hold that side lean, keeping your torso open to the front, facing your screen, meaning trying not to rotate or twist. And here we can break our hands apart and then get into a tricep stretch, bending at the elbow, lengthening the back of your arm all the way down your torso. You can just use the other hand to grab on. What we're also trying to do is lower our ear toward our shoulder here. Stretch your neck and go ahead and drop it for a bit. A little shake out, roll it out. When you're ready, come back to that overhead reach. Lean over to the other side. And so when we're standing like this, try to think about that long line from your hip to your shoulder. Okay. And disconnect the hands, maybe bend the elbow, grab on with the other hand, onto your elbow, leaning over to the side, including your head and neck, elbow is bent, torso is open to the front. All right, go ahead and drop that, give that another shake out, maybe a couple of shoulder rolls. We're getting into rotations next. So I'm gonna stay standing. Again, you can also do this seated. Just remember to sit up tall. Head is held high, but you're still looking straight forward. Okay, for those of you in a standing position, I'd like you to try to keep your feet facing forward. And then we're gonna take our elbows up to about shoulder height, grab onto one wrist. And from here, we're gonna rotate through the torso. So what I want you to imagine is your hip and shoulders moving in opposite directions. So we're creating that pull. So even though you don't see my lower body moving, I'm trying to twist away from where my arms are going. We'll hold that for a few seconds and then we rotate over to the other side. So think pulling in opposite directions. Hold that for a few seconds, relaxing your shoulders. Coming back to the middle, we're gonna repeat, but on this one, I'm gonna do it seated to show you that you can try to move your knees away, again, from your shoulders. Moving your knees away from your shoulder turn, whether your chair rotates, or you can simply bring your knees to one side. And then we'll go over to the other side. Another way to do this instead of hands in front is up behind your head. It just keeps your thoracic spine or mid-back in that fixed position. And then we're gonna do one more over to each side. I'll stay seated. Okay. So moving down to the lower body, seated position, figure 4. Okay. Start by sitting up tall. From here, gently lean forward into it. This is called hinging at your hip. We're gonna fold forward, trying to feel that stretch in the outer hip and glute. You can also do this standing, which I'll show on the next round. All right. And then we're gonna unfold, release, switch legs. I'll do this side in a standing position just to show you a variation. Knee is out, holding on, and we're gonna do this kind of single leg squat down into it, but keeping our upper body supported. So holding on with your arms, forearms resting on a chair or table. Okay. I also find something I can hold on to, like a pole or bar right here, I like to do that too. Just a different variation. This is a great thing to do any type of cardio workouts, or for those of you doing some running for your TechMan Try, you can do that as well. All right, we're just shaking this out. Now from a standing position, we're gonna do a hamstring stretch. So the front leg stays straight, one leg is behind. So this is our split stance, one leg forward, one leg back. And we're continuing that hinge at the hip. So we're gonna keep our spine long, fold forward to create that stretch in the back of your front thigh. All right, so simply slide your hands down toward maybe your knees, maybe a little beyond that if you can. Okay. It's not about how low you reach your hands down your leg, it's more about pushing your hip back, keeping that neutral spine. Head is aligned with your shoulders, and we're gonna come up. All right, on the other side, you can do the same thing. I'm gonna do this one seated. I'm a little bit high up, but I would like my heel down toward the floor, and I'm actually bringing the toes toward me, keeping the knee straight. And it's the same principle. Hinge at your hip, folding forward. It's not about how far down you reach. It's about keeping your hips back. Spine neutral, leg is straight, locking the knee, and folding until you feel it. Okay. So you want to reach just enough so that you feel it in the back of your thigh. Right, and go ahead and bend that knee, and I'm gonna come closer to you as I wheel forward to hit our wrist and forearms. All right, we're gonna start with the elbow. This is called pronation supination. So we're rotating through the elbow, trying to turn our thumbs outward and then turn inward. We're sticking to this active range of motion. All right. And then the next one, we're gonna do one side, palm forward, and we're gonna try to keep it straight out here, gently press back against your hand. Right? So you don't have to have your elbow straight, but what I'd like you to do is try to get as much of a wrist fold as you can, using the other hand as opposite direction of resistance. All right, over to the other side. Okay, so once again, holding through the wrist, palm is forward, gently push back, basically between the palm and fingers. All right, and then we'll do the other direction, but before we do that, both hands, we're gonna do palms down, and we're gonna fold it up and down. The wrist extension, wrist flexion. Okay, we're gonna hold the next position with the knuckles facing that way, and then we're gonna gently press back. Again, you don't have to have your arm straight out here. Get as much of a wrist fold this time in the other direction. Now you're gonna feel this along the top of your forearm, down to your wrist. Roll that out for a bit, switch, hand is down, gently press back, basically against the knuckles. And you should feel this all along the top of your forearm here. Music's getting a little choppy. I got a notification to restart. We'll see what that's about, but before that, we are going to see if we can utilize a table or chair. Sorry about that, looks like I lost my video. Oh, never mind. Okay, so what we're gonna try to do is place our palms flat down. See how we're gonna try to keep our arms straight? So what I'd like you to do is just gently rest your upper body onto your arms. So your arm is straight from shoulder to wrist. And just so you know, another way you can do this, that feels great. You're gonna feel it right here. You can also do this pressed against the wall. So your hands are like this. We're just kind of using that resistance to enhance stretch. So this is a good one right here. You can even do this on the floor on all fours. All right, everyone, good stretch and flow today. That is it. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, everyone. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Thanks, Stacy. Thanks, Andy. Bye. Good to see you. Bye, Gabriella. Bye, Miriam. Thanks. Bye-bye. Bye, Allie. See you, Laura. Hey, thanks a lot, coming.